talk, and I thought it would be a nice way to start this video. For instance, today I'll be talking about how I got deaf and how I got my hearing aids and how I made this fabulous, this awesome, as everyone say, although I don't see it. So stay with me, and hopefully you're gonna like it. You won't get bored, you won't nod off. Oh my god. It's a beautiful morning. I mean, just listen. You hear the sound of the wind trimming. I like that. Being a person who almost all of her life haven't heard many particular sounds and noises, hearing wind is one of those things, and I love wind. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal or anything, but for me, a deaf person, hearing something simple like wind, priceless. Hopefully nobody's gonna come here because I'm really shy. My arm is getting tired. Oh my god. It's not something special, it's not something different, it's just something that's mine, that's me. And it's who I am, it's my identity. See, sometimes I have a problem to spell out words, and I am particular about those words. I want to say those words, and I get stuck, and I start talking gibberish until I finally nail the word. Although now I forgot the word. As I already said in my previous video, I was born normal baby. As a normal baby, I heard everything was fine until I was 9 months old. Then I got my first vaccine, and I don't know what vaccine that is. I have to ask my mother, and I got a severe reaction to it, and ear infection and pneumonia, and the combination of those and those three things left me with a hearing loss. That's where the story begins. Story of how this came to be what I am today. My folks realized that I got deaf because I wasn't talking, I wasn't speaking, I wasn't hearing, I wasn't reacting, I wasn't being a normal child that I was supposed to be when I was about a year and a half old. And that's where I got my hearing aid. Now, I mentioned before that I'm currently wearing a cochlear implant, so bear in mind that cochlear implant and hearing aids are two entirely separate and different things. Namely, first, a hearing aid is actually just an outside exterior aid, hearing aid, that actually amplifies your own existing hearing, even though you're having a hearing loss. But the cochlear implant, on the other hand, completely replaces your own ear. Well, not ear itself, but the cochlear inside, the hearing nerve, so to speak. Oh my god, my hand is getting tired again. I got hearing aids on my both ears, and I wore them until I was maybe, I don't know, 10, maybe less, younger. And I stopped wearing hearing aid on my left because I had severe headaches. You see, the damages on my ears were completely different. On my left ear, the nerve, the cochlea, was cut off. So basically I heard every, I don't know, 5th or 8th sound, so to speak, if you put them that way. While on my right ear, the nerve was intact, so it wasn't cut off, it was intact, but damaged low volume. So I heard everything, almost, but low volume, as I said before. See, I'm repeating myself. So I stopped wearing the left hearing aid and started developing my right ear. I heard better, and I didn't have headaches anymore since I drop the left ear. Drop the left ear. Drop the bass. Drop the mic. I went to speech therapist. I practiced it with my mother. And all of that, all of those experiences helped me improve my hearing ability with my existing damage at the time. It wasn't all pretty. It wasn't all, yay, good, it's all great, I can hear. No. There were periods of time where I was absolutely devastated because I wasn't able to follow group conversations, I wasn't able to follow class, I wasn't able to listen to hear when somebody was calling me, and I generally don't like putting people in those situations where they have to worry about me or stress out because of me. I don't want to put stress on anybody. It's just the way I am. So I came back from the outside because it was too hot, way too hot, and my arm was killing me. And I did some exercises last night, so growing up had its challenges. One of those challenges, like I previously said, was not being able to participate in group activities. When I was younger, I was really outgoing. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to hang out with other kids. I wanted to play with them. I wanted to be in charge. I wanted to command everyone. I wanted to have everything. I know that sounds probably weird to you who recently met me because, as you know, I'm not like that anymore. I went to the primary school. That's where life hit me. It didn't literally hit me like that because, well, that's where I realized how brutal real life can be. Going to primary school was obviously a first time where I was meeting lots of children, lots of different people, teachers, grown-ups, younger, older teachers, younger teachers and such. Well, as I said, it seems like the biggest problem that I've always had when it comes to hearing loss is inability to participate in group conversations or group activities. Okay, activities on the side, I mean, you get instructions and you do all together and it works in a way. Anybody who knows me knows that I love to debate. I love to start moving my gray cells, as Poirot would say, Detective Hercule Poirot. I enjoy talking to people, I enjoy listening to them, I enjoy having a meaningful, intelligent, stimulative conversation. It kind of breaks my heart, when I'm unable to participate in such conversations. Yeah. However, with the cochlear implant, I can actually do almost that. Almost. I'm getting a feeling that this video is gonna be really long, so I'm gonna do 2 parts, you know. Stay tuned for part 2 coming up next week. See ya!